Well, hello. I'm Tamara, and today we're going to talk about the INFJ and Enneagram 3. And the reason why I want to talk about this combination is because I've been seeing this certain person in different places. You know how you see someone and they remind you of someone else, and that person reminds you of someone else, and you keep seeing that person replicated in different people, and you can't quite pinpoint what are they? Like what combination are they? Why am I seeing that exact picture so many times? It's got to be something. And I finally figured out that something is an INFJ with the Enneagram 3. It makes a certain type of person. There's a piece of them in their presentation where you can miss the INFJ altogether. Because usually when I get around an INFJ, I can just feel it energetically. But with this brand of INFJ, I don't necessarily feel it. But when you're talking to them, you can see their NF qualities coming through as far as being caring, being sensitive to certain things. But then in some other ways, you can't see it at all. Like at one point, I was like, okay, are they SPs? There's like, could they be like an ISTP? There's something about them that seems kind of stable and sturdy, non-judgmental, like an SP might be. Just kind of letting people be who they are. There seemed to be maybe an elusive quality there as well. Not as connected with emotions as an NF would, which is one of the qualities of a 3. 3s sometimes have difficulty getting in touch with their feelings, which I know that's unusual for an NF or an INFJ, but sometimes they will avoid a feeling if they need to. But before they have to make connections or feel a bond, they may not bond until after they see their child, for example. They seem to be into looks. Maybe not all of them, but the ones that I've always seen, they have a sense of style, and they sometimes lead with their looks, whether it's how they do their hair, how they wear their clothes, or they're really, really, really into makeup, or really, really, really into taking pictures of themselves. And they do it in such a way that it's not like obnoxious. They want the highest quality. They want to present in a certain way. They want to be seen as successful, and they want to be seen in a certain light. And so they will make the extra effort to look good wherever they go. Threes can be very success driven. They want to make an impression. They don't necessarily feel comfortable going somewhere and not looking their best. They can be really into hair products or really into facial creams or new makeups. They like taking pictures of themselves. They're going to take a million of them to get the right one. So sometimes that INFJ quality doesn't quite come through like it would on someone else. In fact, you may think that person is an ISFJ, but they're not. Because when you start having an in-depth conversation with them, you tap into that NF, that caring quality. You don't see all the rules, and everything has its proper place that you will see in an ISFJ. And they usually are in touch with themselves in a way that other people are not. Even though they may struggle with just like grabbing onto feelings in a very NFy type of way, but they're still very in touch with people and very caring, and they are nice people. Not surprising when they take on humanitarian causes or look at things through the lens of how can I help people in a deeper type of way, no matter what it is that they're doing in life. They want to help people. They have an understanding. Another clue that they are INFJs is there's going to be an area that they can do. It's going to be uncanny. For example, there's someone I know who, like, she can tell when someone is pregnant. Like, even if they're a couple of weeks. I don't know what she's picking up on, but she's always right. There's always like an area that is gonna be unusual like that, where they're using their intuition in a way that's kind of shocking. You know, they may be very J, but they're not gonna be rulesy like an ISFJ. And while I'm talking about this, somebody just came into my head, and I'm real scared to say this because I did a video and I pinpointed reasons why I thought this person was an INFJ, and oh my God, people had a cow. And the reason why they have a cow is because this person is controversial. They're famous for not being famous. They kind of fit what I'm telling you right now. It's kind of like that fashion thing. The makeup, the hair. It's got to be the highest quality. That's their bent. That's what some of them with this type lead with. But then there's also this area of, if they can tap into some humanitarian stuff, then they tap into it. And this particular person that I'm thinking of, you know, a couple of the reasons why I thought she's not an ISFJ. Sorry. When I'm thinking about her, some things that she said, I was like, ooh, that sounds so INFJ. Like, she was like, I can go to therapy, but I already know everything that they're going to tell me about myself. Because INFJs have an ability to go deep in a way that most people find daunting. They can go very, very deep into the psyche. So she was like, I don't need to do that. And then she was interested in like that CSI stuff. I don't watch that stuff, but you know, like using her intuition to figure out, you know, mysteries. INFJs can do that. I was watching Married at First Sight with this guy. He was like, well, because his wife was about to have a baby. He said, well, I just hope that neither of you perishes from it. And that was like 3 days before the baby was due. And on the day that she had her, she had severe preeclampsia. It was an emergency type of thing. So it's kind of like, how did you know that? Like, where are you getting that from? And so with this famous person, she would be saying and doing some things that ISFJs don't say or do. Well, but anyway, I'm not going to get on that. I took that video down. I'm like, I don't want to spank him. It's not worth it to me. But yeah, for some reason, the INFJ with this 3 thing, they usually do lead with fashion. They can be workaholics. They can enjoy whatever lane it is or thing that they're interested in. They can work it, and go deep with it and do all kinds of things in that lane. But that doesn't mean that they're not still introverted. They may not come across like an extroverted 3 does. They still need rejuvenation time. And they might get frustrated sometimes when someone is veering them out of their lane, or there's an overpowering extroverted person at work that's not letting them tap into who they are. They may shut down. They may not fight for it. If they're being asked to do a whole lot of things that are just not them, too detail oriented, they may get tired and they might get flustered and feel like, can someone else please do this? I'm not just working to be working. It needs to be something I'm passionate about, and I need to be heard. Otherwise, I'm not going to exercise my 3 very well. I'm gonna shut down. And there's something that they are really intrigued by and really excited about it. They can get so excited about it. Like, you can see their energy just flowing. Like, they get into their flow, they get into their zone, and they're just in it. They're just with it. Whether you agree or not, or whether you like that type of thing or not, it's them getting to be them. And it may not be fashion. It could be a business thing or a teacher or whatever it is. They really get into it. But threes like to stand out in some way. And that's why it lends itself well. The whole fashion thing lends itself well with that particular INFJ. Not going to like to see things undone. And that's why people will work with them or want to work with them, because they're going to knock it out. Like, they're going to get in there and they're going to grind. And they may do it in a quiet way, but they're going to get in there and they're going to get it done. And they tend to put work before other things, even though some of these types can be homebodies and others of them like to get out and have fun and be seen and, you know, rock the scene that's going on and be trendy, but they are always busy. There's no such thing as too much work. Let's say that this type is a stay-at-home mom. They're going to be busy and they're going to enjoy some aspects of it, whether it's the cooking or the special way that they like to do laundry. They might create their own concoctions that they think is safer or healthier or more environmentally friendly for their families. They like to go full force until they get things done, and they can also do things as expediently as possible. They're gonna want to do things right. They try not to let anything stop them from getting things done, even if it's an illness or something like that. They usually feel good about themselves. They may come across as a little conceited, a little stuck up. People might view them that way, like, you know, oh, they're arrogant, or they think they're all that. But when you talk to them, they're actually very nice people. Like, you're not going to see a mean side to them when you're having a conversation. They're going to be smiley, they're going to be friendly, they're going to be warm, they're going to be helpful. You're not going to see that SJ toughness or that can come through even on an ISFJ. You're just not going to see that. People can look at them to run the show when it comes to their area of expertise. Wait a minute. I should have called this video INFJ versus ISFJ confusion, because I think I've just pinpointed something. This is where the confusion comes in, why some INFJ 3s look like they're ISFJs when they're really not. I think I'm going to have to study this a little bit more and do another video. I think I've pinpointed how you could get those two types mixed up. And I will say, put controversial person next to, what's the Spice Girl's name? And she's very, very pretty. She's married to David Beckham. So when you put the controversial one next to her and you watch them in interviews, one of them is sugary smiley when you're having conversations with her, and the other one kind of keeps this serious undertone all the way. She might smile every now and then, but you're not gonna, there's a difference there. So that's what's fascinating about Myers-Briggs, but it's also the thing that ticks people off and makes them mad. So if you are having encounters with an INFJ3, you'll want to praise them. They like to be praised. That goes a long way for them. They like a harmonious environment. They really don't like a lot of conflict. They may have that in their personal families, but as far as the outside world, they want some peace. They want to know that you like being around them. They like to be left alone when they're doing their work, because remember, they're introverted, so they want to be able to focus. The ISFJ, what you get is what you get. Like, if it's red, it's red. If it's blue, it's blue. They're very straightforward and practical and realistic in their thinking. INFJs, there's a mystery, there's an intrigue, there's always another layer to uncover. You find out, oh, wow, you want to get into this now, or you're interested in that, or they can reveal things about the psyche that surprise you. So they kind of have a bit of a mystery to them that ISFJs don't. Once you know the ISFJ, you just know them. The INFJ, they're going to give you more. You're going to be more curious about them. You're going to be, there's an intrigue, something new to uncover, and something that keeps people coming back to them. If you want me to do more videos on INFJs or ISFJs, like it. Be sure to subscribe. Hey, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.